All right, hi everyone. Welcome back. We have cleaned, washed, done all the things for all the brushes, and now we have a whole new canvas up here and ready to go. Let me see if I can make it a tad bit taller. I don't know, I had the, ugh, that's too tall. Hold on. Back to the, maybe about there? How about that? That looks nice enough. How's that? Yeah. Quick fixes. What? Okay, loving the emotes there, Cheetah. Oh my gosh, sparkly. Like, perfect in every way. I'm kidding. So this is our white canvas here. We have done 2 sets of gesso on this canvas here, and we let it dry 100% completely. So when you hear on Bob Ross, he says we have a double primed canvas. He's essentially saying he has gesso on this canvas because, and the reason why is because oil paints are pigment with linseed oil. This honey stuff. And so the oil will seep into the fabric, right? And the fabric is just there so we can have something to paint on, right? So when Bob Ross says, "Hi there guys, welcome to today's painting. My name is Bob Ross and here's the painting for today." We have the colors run down below. We have a double primed canvas with a little bit of liquid clear or liquid white. Liquid white is literally your homemade version of titanium white. You could put a whole glob in there, and then you mix it up with more linseed oil to make it liquidy. And because every paint has its own kind of amount of linseed oil, so that's what makes it thick and thin, okay? So the less linseed oil, the thicker the paint is. The more linseed oil, the thinner it is, right? So another caveat rule with oil paints is thick on thin, thin on thick. Otherwise, if you do not adhere to those rules, you will be running into making mud. One of the things that I have done time and time again and dare to not do it again ever again. It happened once. And at one point I was like, oh, pshaw, Bob Ross, what does he know? Maybe I don't want to paint El Prima. So I set up a non-double primed canvas and I put ink on, and it was like the driest paint I had ever done in my life. It was horrible, okay? So when some painters do a different kind of painting, they have their linseed oil and they just paint as they go along, right? And then they leave it, let it dry, come back, go over it again, or they add more coloration of that particular tone or something like it on top. And that is why oil paints take forever. What we're doing here is El Prima, so it's just literally prepped, right? So the preparation here is the double primed canvas. And today we're gonna do a avant garde of fall. So we're gonna do a lot of knife work. We're also gonna do a little bit of brushing and then more of the knifing afterwards. So this is where I have to make my first major decision in life. Do I do liquid white or liquid clear? If I do liquid light, it's gonna opaque the rest of the colors. Or why not? For sake of giving a good example. So you want this to be an even brush of liquid white, or what's called you know, the good stuff. Just like when it comes to your liquid clear, you want it to be a nice, thin, even coat. Because if you don't, it's gonna turn into a freaking nightmare. And we don't want nightmares. No nightmares here. We don't have the time for that. We don't have the time for the liquid nightmares. A nice even coat. Some of the chunkies are coming along with us. That's okay. And that's why we have plastic on the floor. Sometimes the liquid white chunkies will come after me. And I'll be like, oh no, liquid white. But it'll be okay. It'll be fine. Actually, I'm going to add some more liquid white to this mixture and see how we do about that. Adding some more linseed oil, grabbing the knife. We're just gonna stir that up. Stir it up, baby, stir it up. Real darling, stir it up. Good stuff. I'm also pressing the ink into the linseed oil, kind of like as if one was making it purposefully thin. In this jar here. This jar usually becomes like the bane of my existence between paints because I tend to forget that it's a jar. And sometimes the cap is a little bit too strong for me. I will say that. And then sometimes I need player number 2 to show up and undo it for me. It is a thing. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. There we go. Getting our liquid white on. Spread that liquid white around. Jeez. I guess the gesso here was just like, I'm coming with the liquid white. Why? Why are you doing this to yourself? Maybe the liquid white was just too strong. But anyway, regardless of which, we'll just go over this with linseed oil one more time. I'm feeling like that's gonna be a thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, we learned from today that I am going to need to work on my mixture of linseed oil. So I'm just going over the whitewash with more linseed oil and just spreading it around. Linseed oil is not going to be detrimental to any of this. What I'm really just wanting to try to get down right this minute is just getting the liquid white to move the white that we had just put onto here, because it should be a lot thinner. You're watching a happy accident in the making. Yeah. That's right. We just do happy accidents. No mistakes. No mistakes. Just happy accidents. Because eventually what I want is just a nice, liquid, white that just sits on top, minds its own business, and just works for me. Right? Doesn't seem like that'd be too much work. You don't want it to be too much. You don't want it to be too little. You just want it to be a nice, even coat of white on top of your canvas here. We'll even probably have to take a dry brush and go over this one more time. But that's essentially what he does before you even turn on the television. Boom. Yeah, we've got... Wow, that really ate up the linseed oil. What in the world's happening here today? Don't make me hurt you. We just want to have a good time. Sometimes you have to talk to your canvas. Sometimes you have to let it know what your intentions are. Because like there was a whole dry spot and I'm just like, what is going on here? Maybe we're at that nice happy spot. Yeah. I think we're at a nice happy spot. There was just like this whole spot right here that was just dry and I was like, what is going on here? That should not be a thing. Especially for linseed oil, it should just like glide across and get you where you need to be in life. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Boom. And there we go. We have ourselves a proper, I would say a proper oiled up canvas if we had one. All right. Let's get into the goods here. We've got all of our basic colors here. If you don't know, well, now you do. We have in our midst today, we have titanium white, phthalo green, phthalo blue, Prussian blue, midnight black, burnt umber, Van Dyke brown, burnt sienna. One of those two is burnt sienna, sap green, alizarin crimson. We made up some purple earlier today. We made variations of those purples here, but we also have yellow ochre, cadmium yellow, Indian yellow, and cadmium red with other variations of phthalo blue right there. So because this is going to be a improv-ish paint, what we're gonna do, how did that even happen? Where did that white come from? Hello? Who are you? What's your name? Where'd you come from? Who are your parents? Who do I get to yell to today? Alright. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a very cool improv expression of just colors, having fun today. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna dance and just break lots of knives. Across this canvas here. What we're going to do is we're going to also complement those breaks down here below. I gotta work on that knifing there. Hold on, we got this. Doesn't necessarily have to be exact, but this will definitely help out with those knifing techniques. I may have to finick the canvas here. So I can get that bottom section there. Hold on. Let me get this right. Let me get this right. There we go. Winning. Where are we going? I don't know. But I know it's somewhere in the painting sphere. All right. Totally helps to have a cloth down here that you can just easily wipe your knife off and go right into your next color. We're gonna go into sep green mode here and just dance this color through and through. As you can tell, it's also quite transparent. The name of the game is to just dance the color across the canvas here and complement it down here as much as we can do. Wow, this is so different from the other one. What's he gonna do? What's it gonna be? Yeah, just dance that red and green. Almost Christmassy. Who knows? We'll see. All right, let's move over to phthalo blue. Hold on. Phthalo blue is such a strong color. And also, the name of the game is to see how much these colors not only dance on their own, but also happen to mix with one another. No formal training, no master slapping my hand saying, no, don't do that. Just a lot of fun, a lot of time on my hands. Going into phthalo green, one of my favorite colors. When it comes to painting, I love how, almost manipulatively strong this color can be. Because it doesn't look like a strong color, and then you have to remind yourself, it's a phthalo. So it's gonna be ridiculously strong, none the less. So I totally forgot to do phthalo blue and phthalo green down here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just complement the top and the bottom together. I don't have a problem with blending the colors that are also coming up on my knife here. It's not a problem. Go in the phthalo blue and get blue in here. It's already doing like a bunch of blues and reds together, just as well. All right. Let's do some yellow ochre. Put that up there. Just dance it through and through. Cut off some more of that paint. Smudge it on in there. Wherever yellow decides it wants to be. If you're able to drag it down, drag it down. We don't have a problem with where the colors are gonna take us away. And we'll just do the same down here. All right. More of the yellow ochre is what we're using. And like I said, we're just pulling down. Lots of knife work. I've always wanted to do a painting with you all that has a lot of knife work in it. Next is cadmium yellow. FTW. Come on down. Make yourself be notes. Just laying the base colors down. And we're going to do the same thing down here. Where we could find yellow, we will have our yellow. Does it have to match? Not necessarily. Does it have the idea? Sure. Yeah. That's where we're at today. There we go. All right. Moving on to the good old Indian yellow. Nice break there. You can tell mud mixing is happening in places where thin on thin or thick on thick is not necessarily happening. But we want those surprises right now. Normally that's a no, but it'll be okay. Laying down the colors. So that way we can enjoy the process later, you know? And all those little gifts of colors, I'm also bringing them up to the top because you get really a whole array of just different colors that are happening on the canvas. And now we're just gonna finish it off with a little bit of the cadmium red and just dance it on in. Wherever it takes and grabs, we'll let it live there. You know, it can live with cadmium red if it wants. It can be wherever it wishes to be. This is a lot thicker paint than the remainder, but sometimes it likes to take on a life of its own when it's matched up with other colors too. So once again, we'll just come on down here and place red wherever we wish. Might look like a hot mess, but I promise you, we're going somewhere with this, okay? There we go. Now that we have our colors placed, we are going to do the, oh my God, why'd he do that? And that is, oh, there's a hair there. The hell? Cool. What we're gonna do is I'm just gonna lightly dip this brush into the liquid clear. Very damp. Not damp. I mean, lightly damp. And then we're gonna pull down and brush across. Okay? So here we go. Pull down. And brush across. Instant colorations of things just happening. Just happening. No rhyme, no reason, just a bunch of colors, right? So, awesome. Nice to see that. Now, we're gonna take a little bit of, let's say, yeah, we'll do the black, we'll do brown, we'll mix those two together. A little black, a little brown. Get a nice dark color. I like to do like a chisel. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our bravery test. So all these colors doing their things, doing whatever it is, we're just gonna start from the top and just pull down. Come back into that black and brown, or brown and black. And we're gonna do another one right there. And just pull down. more. The top. And pull down. And let's do another one from this side here. We'll do, again, chiseled. We'll start from the top and just pull down. There we go. Make it nice and thick at the bottom. Come back through. Start from the top. Like this, and let's just go for straight down. Like that. There we go. That's nice. I'm just going once more over with the colors, just to really capture that coloration there, you know? Through. Just dance between black and brown, brown and black. And again, brown and black, black and brown, bring in a little bit of that burnt sienna into, or burnt umber into this. And again, just start from the top. Just work our way down to the bottom here. Just like that. There we go. All right. Now that we have our trees, let's go ahead and get our tree line into this, or tree tops into this. So I just dipped the brush into a little bit of the linseed oil. We're just gonna turn this into like an ink here, these colors. Should be runny like ink, you know? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start from the tree and just branch it out. Come back in to that brown. Water it up. Start another one. We'll try that way. Do another one. You can do this as much as you wish. You can even use a liner brush to get there. You can even start real high up top and just bring it on down into the tree. You know? You can do this however you wish. You can even come over this direction. You could do this guy has a tree branch going in there. We've got another tree branch coming from this way. And this guy, and this guy. Really just coming up with, like, I guess, like an idea of where these branches are coming from, where they're going. You can even get more intricate as to what tree branches are going what direction. What you don't want to do is pick up so much of those colors in the back there that it starts to become almost a question of like, what color is doing what today? You know? Because your paints will be mixing in with each other. So that's kind of a thing. But what we want to do is like just do an ever indication of just branches doing their thing, even through this like kind of white space here. You could tap into that just like this, and even just use simple brush strokes from the fan brush, just kind of indicate out like what your idea was, you know? I gotta kill that brush. Bring in a new fan brush into this one, warm it up a little bit. Bring some of that linseed oil into that ink and lay it on there. Oh yeah, good stuff. Have a branch come up, branch come across, come through this way, go through that way, like that. Come here, they're brown and brown. They're literally 2 shades of brown. Did not know that was a thing, but it's a thing. Who would have thunk? But it's true. And yeah, so here's some ideas on branching out in life. Branching out in life. How to do it. Painting. Painting is how you branch out in life. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? Right? Let's give this branch some help. Maybe even this one too. And indicate that one and this one, wherever it's coming from. I had an idea for that, but I don't know where. I don't know. I don't remember the conversation we were having. I'm sorry, branch. For I am just a painter. Unlike most Bob Ross paintings, I don't know of any where he's just allowed white space to be white space for sake of white space purposes. But we're going to do that for today. Tone out this branch here. It's doing a whole lot of things with a whole lot of stuff. You know what I mean? It feels so good sometimes to make branches and kind of think about what could possibly be living on these things. Sometimes I do get lost in the sauce of tree branches, but that's also really the beauty of it. Let me show you what you can do with a liner brush here, because liner brushes are really fun. They're literally the thinnest brush that one can have, where you can just take this, roll it through your ink, just like this, pick up all those colors of browns and blacks and all the things, right? Spin it. all that ink. And now what you could do is you could just do little twists. I find that painting where you can do the twisting and just get as much of that coloration off the brush, just like that, is you could do this for hours and still get the same kind of effect that we got from the fan brush earlier today. And this too adds like just the slightest indications of branches doing branch things. Bring it on over here and do little swigglies this way and that way and who knows what's it. And just, it's okay to squiggle. Like, branches aren't necessarily the straightest things. I know that's like really weird to say, but no, like seriously, like there's not very many branches out in the world that are just like, you know, you have to like allow the tree branches to do their thing, you know? And also by doing this line work, we're also doing a lot of work down here that we've already knocked out down here in the bottom. So again, this is supposed to be kind of avant garde of, you know, how to do some knife work, some, you know, brush work as well. So speaking of the knife, we're gonna get back into it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some of this, let's see. Let's grab a little bit of this like light purple here. And let's just dance it on top of the brown and see what results we get. Just gonna let this eat up all the colors that we have today, because we may as well, right? I'm not putting too much pressure onto this whole thing, you know? I'm literally just tapping onto the canvas and seeing what color mixture we're getting from this thing, you know? And that's okay if some of the pink doesn't translate straight across. It doesn't have to. There's no rhyme or reason. We're gonna grab that medium purple down here. Well, let's put that into places that maybe it can be grabbed from. Who knows? Let's grab the last of that dark purple. And let's go ahead and put her in places that we did not expect deep purple to be. This was that purple from prior painting there. Let's go ahead and get the medium blue that we have down here. I know this is going to be weird because it's trees. So what are trees doing with the color blue? Well, it's my world, and I've decided that we're going to put blue in the sky. That's what that's going to do. Question me and my antics. How dare you question my antics of coloring. Again, I'm just allowing this canvas and the paints here to grab where medium blue, I'm calling it medium blue because I don't know what to call this color. It was like a purple that went strictly blue in less than 10 seconds, and that's okay. Wherever it wishes to be, that's where we're going. That's what we're dealing with today. I'm just allowing the canvas to tell me where it thinks this color ought to live just as well. And then we're going to scrape up the remainder of that light blue. Maybe put that in there. Like that, like sometimes the really like thinned down colors are starting to kind of congeal with each other and turn into like a complete coloration that I did not know existed. Yeah. All right. We're gonna take, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some kush up in it. Wipe this off. We're gonna take some of that white, some of that red. I know that other colors have come along with me, but that's okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead for the Indian yellow as well. Get all the yellows in here. What happens when we meld all the yellows and the least amount of red possible with white? I don't know. What you do for a Klondike bar? I hope you're all enjoying the painting thus far. Hope you're all enjoying the improvisation. And I'm just gonna dance some color in here and see what happens there. Because I'm excited. I'm just like, I don't know, just improving. Just jumping off the cliff here. Seeing what happens. Be using the short end down here. Maybe tell a story of like these are leaves that are like falling and going down to the ground with all this yellow. Yeah, that's a nice way of thinking about it. Yeah, for sure. The littlest bit like that. And maybe one right there. I'm gonna call this a leaf. And those are falling. These are falling leaves just as well. I don't know if this is gonna be convincing for the, what's it called? That little art institute there, the Smithsonian! Yeah, I don't think I convinced this to be Smithsonian worthy. I don't think I'll be electable for the Smithsonian Night in the Museum Part 3. Did they have a third film? I don't know. I thought they had a 2. I went to the Smithsonian once. At the time, I think at the time, they had the Enterprise there. I'm not sure if they still do have it. I did see Judy Garland's yellow ruby slippers from Wizard of Oz, and I saw the original Kermit the Frog, and the original American flag. That was also pretty cool. They also have like a lot of really amazing American history there that is just extraordinary to look at. I mean, it's like literally a walking, like a living textbook. I specifically also had a really good time over at the Aviation Museum. Lots of space and things there that I thought was really cool to look at. Okay, done with the yellows. Let's see what happens when I take the thick white and the sap green, and we just make this into a whiter green, a whiter shade of green. Now notice I'm using a thicker paint, so this is going to be, let me go ahead and get that phthalo green in there too, just the slightest bit. Flavor it up, change it up a little bit. Maybe some more sap green into the white. Lovely, lovely shade of green. Now we have a whole lot of green to play with. Let's see where this goes. Exciting. If it goes anywhere, it goes somewhere. If it don't, that's okay. What's the worst that could happen? Right? The world may never know. But yeah, this is kind of, to me, the really fun part to knife work is when you can just add loops of color and it just is like, what's going on there? What's going on there? Why do you use that color? What was he thinking when he applied this color? How did he make that color? That's a really good question. The world may never know. I think that with all the odd abstract colors, seeing green will probably be like oh, they're trees! Trees! That's what he was doing. Gosh, we were trying to figure it out this whole time. What was he doing with all these yellows and reds and blues in the space here? And now he's got greens all up in this business. Who's to know? Well, I know. That's half the problem. Is I have a kind of sort of idea of where we're driving to. And yet you get all these like really cool mixtures of just life happening on your palette knife, you know? Shoot, we'll even add little indications of green leaves doing their thing down here. One very cool benefit of this art is that you can always take away if you don't like it. Always take away. You can always add to. Literally, like what Bob Ross said, once or twice or many times before. It's your world. Do whatever you want in it. And I like that. Especially on days like today. You know, just kind of feeling like I'm gonna be creative. Just do it. You know? No control. Just, check that out. Ta-da! Alright. I'm gonna have to get like a new dirty rag for the knife here because I think I'm killing it. The Phthalo blue is like making me look like I murdered a Smurf today. Alright, Prussian blue. Haven't used any of that today. Perfect. Let's darken it and lighten it. Let's just give it like a nice blue-black, black-blue, marble it out a little bit. So don't mix it up too much, just enough. And we will cut it, and we will add it to our world. We're going to use every color we've got here today, so we are not unnecessarily laying down colors on a canvas. I'm gonna just put that there to confuse people. Why don't I just try it down here? Yeah. Ooh, what if I do this? And just cut it across. Boom. Like a boss. Yeah, ideas. Add some over here. Add some there. I love like how the paint just stands right on top. Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, last but not least, we're gonna use sienna, white. Oh, God bless America. Come here, sienna. Just marble it here with the rest of your white. And across. What we're going to do is we're just going to pick a side, path of least resistance, and just lay down the indication of tree bark on our trees. Because why not? You know? Just like that. Hopefully you all can see that. We're gonna do... yeah, we'll do it on this side. Because I'm a righty. So you all are gonna see it on the right. This is going to turn out, when it dries, it's going to feel like tree bark. By the time that this knifing gets done, and it feels so nice to look at. By feel, I don't mean like literally touch it. Like don't touch it once your paint has dried. Not that it's a rule, I'm just saying like, why spoil a good thing? Let me get back into here and add just a little bit of tree bark in there. Make it look like the trees are coming through in certain spots. Just like that. Just like a little bit, a little slightest bit of light just coming through that, you know? I have to make some choices there and see which tree comes up front or back. Who knows? Maybe it's ambiguous. Who knows? But I know, and that's half the problem. Because if I know, then I think this looks so good. I love your environment paintings. Aw, thank you. Thank you, love. It's the only kind of paintings I do, are environment paintings. Seriously. I don't do other kinds. It's the only kind I know. Thanks, Bob Ross. I've never done people. I swear I will never paint or draw a person in my life. I just don't need that pressure, you know? And who needs that? Who needs that in their life? No one does. Yeah. Wow. We did that together, guys. We made that happen. Pretty damn cool. I was thinking about doing some, like, bushes down here. You know, actually, what we can do is we can grab some of this sap green, put on a good old fan brush here. What we could do is we could do some like little flicks up, like that, throughout the painting, and just give the indication of like grass kind of being in there. Just wherever you wish. Wherever you think it makes the most sense. Even if that means you gotta dip into the liquid clear, liquefy it a little bit. Just to get that point across. Sometimes sap green is just so nice to have, just as a color from time to time. Because I don't want to just be like, tree! You know, like we gotta ground them a little bit, you know? An even quicker way of doing that is you can take a 1-inch brush and just get that sap green in there and just press. So that way it feels like velvet. Down there at the bottom. There we go. And that, my friends, is another painting. With most of it being considered knife work. So, see if I can bring that down and a little bit over. Ta-da! Tis the good stuff. Check that out. So there's our second painting, everyone. Hope you're all enjoying the smooth sounds. Bald Bob Ross. Maybe I should get a wig. Maybe I should get like a poofy wig for my streams here. That would be hilarious. Watching this process has been calming for sure. Aw, thank you, Cheetah. I appreciate that, love. Get a wig when you're painting. Yes, absolutely, right? We've actually been teasing that. Maybe next year, when I complete these 12 paintings, maybe next year I'll have a proper Bob Ross wig. I think those are real things. Yeah. But yeah, this one, I kind of wanted it to feel like a whole menagerie of colors up top. You kind of get the reflections of these colors, but more blended out down here. How often are you going to paint on stream? I used to do it once a month, and you know, life happens, and I was in the process of buying a house and all the things, and it took me about 3 months to get back to streaming, and I just quite simply don't have the cash to do paintings all the time. So I try to do it as at least once a month. That's more to my, what's it called? Not only just benefit, I like to do it just once in a great while, as opposed to it just always being a consistent thing. But yeah, once a month, trying to get back into it. I'm also trying to play catch up from from the prior months, because I was just like, again, buying a house, moving here, and setting up everything for at least streaming the survival horror and all those things. So yeah, for sure, I would love to get back into doing this again in the near future. I'm just gonna have to go back and count how many blessed paintings I've done thus far, but I think I only have 4, so I've done half, and I think I've got 2 more to do. So probably next month I'll bust out another 2 paintings and call that a year in painting. Origin story. So many, almost actually a year ago to November. Yeah, a year ago to November, I did a painting for I'll Be There with My Bottles. Hell yeah, girl. I don't know what this is. I think it's just table wine. But like, it's gonna be get me drunk real fast. A year ago in November, I painted a painting, and no, take it way back. So 2 years ago, drunk painting, cling. 2 years ago, I painted a painting of my own, and it's a nebula with this kind of like ocean underneath it. And Light Bright Indie was like, I want that painting. I said, better yet, I can teach you how to paint it. So I set up this paint along with me moment, and I painted the exact same painting for her. And then I sent it to her as soon as the painting was dry. And that kind of became the birth of doing paintings on Twitch. And then it also kind of like was one of those things where I wanted my history of these paints to live on forever. So I take these paintings and I shorten down these VODs to just the how to do it. I post it on YouTube. I've been taking photographs of these paintings, and the idea is I'm gonna do a month per painting, and then at the end of the year, I'm gonna auction these paintings, and the proceeds will go to a orphanage, a local orphanage, And then that's it. That's all I've got as far as these paintings are concerned. You know, they benefit me because I like being artistic. Hopefully the money that these paintings generate will help out a community here locally. And for those who love these paintings, they'll enjoy the paintings at home. Yeah, that's the idea. Cheers, everyone. Clink. And if you like the music that I've been playing whilst watching and painting and doing all the things, I composed this music about 2 years ago. I was working on just ambient music. Cheers, I had Hennessy and apple cider. Ooh, girl. Hell yeah. You know, speaking of Hennessy, my grandmother, when I was on deployment back in 2013, I need the music, please. The link is on my socials on YouTube. I have a whole ambient playlist of these songs here that you can just listen, and they have a nice visual that you can watch and just meditate to, or all those things. Got it. Hell yeah. And thank you so much for listening, because it really does help an artist, you know? That's what I am. I've always been one. Just like, how does one express that? I don't know. Never was cultivated in that part, so, you know. There we go. Let me see if I could bring in the other painting, because show like the two very differences here. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, Tay. So here are our two paintings, side by side. Oh, got some of that glare there. Hold on, let me see if I can minimize that down. There we go. Boom. Technology. Very different pictures with very different lives of their own. One very moody, and the other one avant garde, if you will. Yeah. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I hope that everyone has found these very simple to do, as well as intricate, and as well freeing to do. You know? That like, this should not be difficult. Everyone should be able to paint these paintings if they so wish, and that's why I post it on YouTube. So like, if you liked this particular painting or this particular painting, that you should be able to go back and be like, oh yeah, that's how you did that, you know? Or, ooh, that didn't work for me, let me try something else. Or, oh, when he said that things were mushing around over there, that's okay, just accept it, you know? or, oh, like this was not as dark, or maybe mine's brighter in some way, you know? Or, you know, maybe Sean just lives a little bit tilted in life, and so his paintings are also tilted, so, you know, maybe that's a thing. I don't know. But, but regardless, I just wanted to show off how one can do this and let you know that it's real. You can actually do oil paints if you so wish. I don't have names for these. I guess sometimes painters come up with names for these things. I personally don't. They come to me, if you check out the YouTube videos, way later on. I don't normally come up with names for these things until way later on. And I think Light Bright Indie's particular painting was probably the first live stream, let alone first painting YouTube video that I did in a really long time. So, or like ever, actually, ever. So, yeah. Thank you all so much. Do you have any questions or like any comments or anything of particular about the paintings here that I did not go over, did not feel like I went over well enough? Any of the questions, because I'll be cleaning up for the next hour whilst getting good with the red wine. Yeah, if you don't know, you can follow me on all the socials. I'm gonna put that out there back on the chat box there. And like I did earlier today, actually earlier this week, I, just posted a photo of a couple canvases in the garage and was like, we're doing this, I don't know when. And then I kind of realized I might be biting off more than I chew by working 10 hours at work this week and streaming this weekend or this week. And so I may not be on tomorrow, I may not be on Wednesday. It depends on how my energy levels feel, as well as my schedule. So all that is changing up for this week. And so yeah, just figured on doing the do's, the evils that I do. And yeah. Just like that. But also you can check out the website for videos, you can check out the website for music, you can check out the website for books or any other kind of merch that you feel is going to be helpful to this project, the studio, all the things, the streams, all the things. That's what helps kind of get these things going. And yeah, this coming Friday I will be releasing a new album called Elephant by Sean Graves, so you can check that out on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Deezer, Tidal, anywhere you listen to music around the world, you will be able to hear this song, whole piece of music. And if you're a fan of the channel, you will know what instrument I am playing. One thing in particular that I can't do on stream that I wish I could do on stream is audio placement in your space. So a lot of audio processing went into this particular piece of music, so that way it's a sonic atmosphere that you can listen to, not only headphones but also in speaker wise. And again, not a thing that I can do as far as Twitch is concerned. I can't control that or allow it to be a in control, uncontrollable thing. So yeah, that's that, guys. We are going to raid out to hopefully some friends of ours. Hold on, let me grab the goods. And let me see, who can we raid out today? Oh my glob, girl! Yes! We are starting it up. We're gonna do this. We're gonna raid out to Indie, Light Bright Indie. There's the raid. Hold on. There's the message. You can copy paste this and put it into all the things. Don't forget to follow if you want to see more of these, or, you know, help a brother out one way or another. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me, for doing all the things, for playing with us. And I would love to see your artwork here. So thank you all so much. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Don't pollute, and I will see you anon. Till then, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to this Just Paint along with me, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification for more videos like this. I'd love to see your paintings just as well. Peace, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and don't pollute.